everyone! Today I'll be doing a non-spoiler review of the fantasy comic series Rat Queens. Now before I get started, I just want to say that I absolutely, truly adore this comic so much. So now that that's out of the way, let's get back down to business. So as I mentioned, Rat Queens is a fantasy comic series and it's written by Kurtis J and the artwork is by Roc Upchurch. And so Rat Queens is released on a monthly basis with some periodic breaks, I believe. And what I have with me today is the first volume titled Sass and Sorcery. Very cool title, I agree. And it's a compilation of the first 5 issues of the comic. So now that we have the important information out of the way, let's get down to the fun stuff. So welcome to the town of Palisade, where we meet the lovely yet slightly rambunctious Rat Queens. So the Rat Queens are a group of 4 adventurers or mercenaries, and I'll try and show you a little what they look like, and at the same time you'll get a bit of a feel for the artwork. And so first we have Hannah, who is an elven mage. Then we've got Violet, a dwarven warrior. I hope this is coming out. We've got Dee, who's an atheist cleric mage. Atheist human cleric, that's it. And I saved best for last, we have Betty, who's a halfling thief. So hopefully you got to see them a little bit. Now the story starts off with the Rat Queens getting sent out on an assignment or a quest, only to discover that it's actually a trap, and that they now have to fight against assassins and other creatures and enemies that are out to get them. So the story then evolves from there on out, and we see a lot of other little subplots developing. We also slowly get to learn more about the backstories of each of the 4 Rat Queens, and I guess essentially how they become one of the Rat Queens. And so all in all, this is a very interesting storyline. It keeps you guessing as it evolves, and you get the introduction of new aspects and new characters. I have to say that the world of the Rat Queens is also really interesting. You have all sorts of creatures, from humans to orcs to monsters to other weird magical stuff that you just don't understand. I also really like the dynamic between the characters. They're not perfect, but their loyalty to each other is really admirable. Plus, their flaws just add to the story and the overall humor of the writing. I also think it's pretty cool to see some kick-ass, can I say that? Some kick-ass female characters. They're really lovable. Next, I am a big fan of the artwork. You got a little preview when I showed you the characters, hopefully you were able to see, but I find that the artist Roc Upchurch does a really amazing job at capturing the expressions and the emotions of the characters, and it just makes the reading experience that much greater. And lastly, I think the #1 reason why I loved this comic series so much is because of Betty. That's right. This Betty right here, the little smidgen thief that I showed you earlier, she's so tiny and adorable, and she seems so innocent, yet you'll flip the page and then you'll see her ripping out someone's eyeballs, and I don't know, I just think it's impossible not to fall in love with Betty. And in my opinion, she has some of the best and the most memorable lines of the comic, so I love her so much. So yeah, all in all, this comic without a doubt gets 5 out of 5 stars from me. It's funny, it's intelligent, there's a great variety of characters, and it's just plain awesome. That's all I can say. I think that if you are a fan of the Saga comic series, then you'll probably enjoy Rat Queens as well. And just a little extra information though, if you are interested in maybe checking this out. Here it comes. Warning! This comic contains scenes with violence, coarse language, sexual themes, and mature subject matter. Reader's discretion is advised. See what I did there? Kinda clever, like you see on TV. Anyhow, that's all I have for my review. I 100% recommend this comic, and I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely, fantastic day. I'll see you next time!